I did the activity called Take a Stand. The main change that I made from the first to the second lesson is the first time I taught the lesson, I had students agree or disagree using cards that they were holding up. The second time that I taught the lesson, I had students standing if they were agreeing with the idea or staying seated if they were disagreeing. I think that this was a good way to incorporate meeting the needs of ELLs because they were able to agree or disagree without having to use any language activities. So someone who was uncomfortable using oral language or weren't able to read what was on the cards would still be able to participate. I was also having them read aloud an article throughout the lesson, which I didn't do the first time, and I think that was a better way to incorporate their needs. I think that my changes overall were very successful because it incorporated ELA activities as well by having them read an article and change their opinions throughout the lesson. I think that this shows that reflection and retrying something can always be helpful because I was able to improve what I was doing as well as improving the experience for students and having them more comfortable with the activity that we were working on and whatnot. So we agreed and disagreed with things. We shared our opinions on things. So today we're going to kind of do that same thing, but we're going to talk about one specific thing instead. So I'm going to give you all a sticky note. And while I'm doing this, tell me how many of you guys have a pet at home or have a dog at home? Anyone? Okay, we only have, two. Delilah used to. How many of you, or three? Frederick, two. How many of you have been around dogs a lot? Okay. So, whenever you talk to a dog, do you think that they know what you're saying?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so on your sticky note, I want you to write the word agree or disagree, and you're going to tell me if you think that dogs can understand what we're saying. If the person might have changed their opinion. All right, so this time we're going to agree or disagree, but if you agree, I want you to stand up from your seat so that we can see everyone who agrees. And if we disagree, I want you to stay seated, okay? Okay, so if you agree with the fact that dogs can understand our human language, understand us when we're speaking verbally, I want you to stand up. All right, sit back down. If you agree that it's going to be better to train your dog using a visual command or using a treat or praise instead of just speaking to them verbally, you think that it's going to be better to use other commands as well, I want you to stand up if you agree, stay seated if you disagree. Alright, so we have some staying seated this time. So some of you guys think that dogs can actually understand what we're saying. We don't have to use any other things to train them, right? Champ, explain to me why. Amani, tell me the title of the article.
Yes, your dog does understand.
So, does the author of the article agree or disagree?
Agree.
The author of the article most likely agrees. Who wants to start by reading? Okay, Frederick. And they're using the machine to test what? Like, what is the machine looking for? Amani? If the dog can hear them. So it's doing that by, so you're going to write down, I agree that dogs can understand humans when they talk because, and you can write it down on this paper. You have a big, so go ahead and take a few minutes to write down. You can if you're going to write small enough, yeah. So, if you agree with the fact that dogs can understand our human language, understand us when we're speaking verbally, I want you to stand up. Okay, so every single person in the classroom after reading the article. All right, sit back down. So, who wants to share out loud their reasoning behind agreeing or disagreeing? Is your mouth full? Okay, Noah.
I agree that dogs can't understand humans because some dogs are trained in order to do something the owner is telling them to do.
Okay, so you think that they can understand because some of them are trained to understand. Jamal, what did you write? I thought what you wrote was interesting.
I agree that dogs understand us because my dog at home knows when I want him to follow me, and he actually can do it without me training him.
Okay.